Hi friends, welcome back. Naji here. So we are continuing a discussion on LangGraph MCP servers, and in this video we will be discussing on MCP server with LangGraph workflows. So in our previous videos we have created some custom MCP servers and we connect those MCP servers using the LangChain MCP adapters, right? And we have used the create react agent to connect with the tools and the LLM models. Okay, so in this video, instead of create react agent, we will be using the LangGraph workflow to connect it between the tools and the LLM model. Okay, so this is the high level workflow that we are going to implement, and this is the basic implementation of your tools. Okay, so here we will have a starting point will be there, then we will have a LLM model will be there. This LLM model will be connected with the tools. So from where we will get the tool? The tool will be, so we will get the tool from the MCP servers. Okay, so what actually does is, okay, so we will have a request. Okay, then once the request is there in the chat model or the chat model will decide, okay, do we need to call the tools or do we need to end it. If you want to call the tools, it will trigger this tools function. Okay, the tool function will return the data, then again it will decide, okay, again do I need to call the tools or I have already got the answer. If I got the answer, it will go back to the end. Okay, so that is how this works, and we will see step by step, and we can try to implement this. Okay, so this is my work folder. Here I have two files are there. One is the math server. Okay, so this is a MCP server, and this MCP server will does addition and the multiplication. Okay, and this is a console based MCP server. And the next is the weather.py. Okay, this is also a MCP server, and this MCP server will say some weather condition of a particular state, and this is actually a web server based or streamable HTTP MCP server. So to run this, since it is a web server, I have to run this. Okay, so I have to run it like Python weather.py. So this will start a server at 80 port, and this is the stdio, kind of a console based MCP server, and we'll see how can we connect these two MCP servers with the MCP adapters. So this is we have discussed in my previous videos also. Okay, now let's go to the notebook and we will try to implement this. So let me add few cells here. Okay, so we can import few packages. So first one is LangChain MCP Adapters, and here I can import MultiServer Client. Then from LangChain, here we have the LangChain .chat models. I can import init chat model, right? Here also I can use the LangGraph. From the graph I can import state graph can be imported, and message state can be imported. I can import the start and I can import the end. Now from LangGraph pre-built I can import tool nodes. Okay, so these are the basic packages that we need to import. Now I need to import one more thing, that is the .env, that is the load.env. I can load my environment variable. Okay, so the execution is done and it is true. Now let's create a model. So the model will be, we can use init chat model. Here I am going to use model as GPT 4o. This is my model I am going to use. Let me execute it. Okay, this is working fine. Now I can define my client. So here I can use a MultiServerMCP Client. Okay, now let's add a server. Okay, my first server will be the math server. So what this server does is, I need to pass the command. So my command will be Python. And here I can pass the argument. So argument will be I need to pass the entire file path. So I'm going to give my entire file path. This can be relative, but I'm going to give the entire file path to avoid any confusion. Okay. Now I need to make a transport. So the transport will be stdio. Okay. So this is my first server. Now let me add another server, that is the weather server. So here also I need parameters, that is the one is the URL. Okay. So the URL will be http localhost and it is running in the 8000, right? 8000/MCP is the URL. So this is the URL that we need to trigger, and the transport is, we know that it's a streamable HTTP. I can say streamable_HTTP. Ensure that we have our spellings are correct, otherwise it will take some time to debug and fix it. Okay. So the client is ready. So we have our client is there. Now we need to define our tools. So from where we will get the tools? So tools will be get from the client.getTools. Okay. Now we have all our tools here. So it says no such file or directory. We'll see. Here we have, why I'm getting this? Let me check. Okay, because the spellings is wrong here. Spelling is wrong, so that's why I'm getting this. Let me execute it. Okay, now this is working fine. Now let's bind this tool with our model. I can say model with tools. I can say here I will say let me see my model name. My model is the model. Okay, I can say model dot bind tools. Here I can bind the tools. So here, okay, we don't need this await. So let me execute. So this is my model. Okay. Now we need to define two methods. Okay. So if you have discussed it, we need a chat model and we need a tool calling functions. Okay. So here what I'm going to do, I'm going to define a function. I can say should continue. Okay. So here I'm passing a message state. Okay, so from the message state I will get a message. I can say messages. Here I'm going to get the message. I will explain it. Messages, I'm going to take messages and I'm going to take last message. Okay, I can take a message 1 and this is my last message, and if last message dot tool calls, it will return tools, and otherwise it will return end. Okay, so this is kind of a condition check that is happening. Okay, so in the last message, so what happened is that, let me go back to this diagram. So from the chatbot it is checking what is the last message. If the last message says about the tool node, then we have to call the tool node. Okay, so that is the indication that okay, we have to call the tool node, otherwise we can go to the end. So that is exactly what I have written here. Here we can see, okay, should continue, and this is the message that I am going to get, and here I am checking last message contain the tool calls. If it is containing, I am just return the tools, otherwise I am going to end that. Okay, and we will see how we will connect these tools and the ends. Okay, so now next is I need to call the model. I can define a call model which will also get a state, which is a message state. Here I can get the message. Similar way I can get the messages. I will use the response await. I can call model with tools dot asynchronously I can invoke the messages. Here I am just returning the messages to my message state and I am returning the response. Okay, so this is the execution part. So what this does is, based on these messages, the model will execute this message and it will return the response back to the node. Okay, tool node. Okay, so that is the node part is also done. Now we can start building the graph. So let me have the builder. I can have a state graph, then I need to have the message state. Now just add node. Here I am passing the call model. I can say here this is the call model, and here builder.add node. So this is the tool. Here I have the tool node. Okay, so this is connecting to the tool node also. I think my tool node is tools, I believe. Okay, I think I have not defined the tool node yet. So here we have our tool is there. Now just define a tool node. Tool node will help us to execute the tools. Okay, so here I can say tool node. I am passing the tool node as tools. Okay, so we have our tool node is there. Now let me connect my tool node. Okay, now let's set our edge. First we will have a start. From the start it will go to the call model. Okay, now next is a conditional edge. Okay, so what is the conditional edge does is, from the call model, okay, it will call should continue. So this will check, okay, okay, what is the last message, should I need to continue or not. Okay, if it is need to continue, it will call the builder.add edge. Here we are passing the tools and we will get the, from tools to we will go to the call model. Okay, so here what happens is that, so we have defined the call model and the tool node. So tool node is used to execute the tool, and we are starting with the call model. So from the call model we are checking, should I need to continue. Okay, so continue is checked based on some conditions, right, that is we have discussed. Then if it is returning end, it will go to the end. Otherwise if it is return the tools, it will go to the this particular tool node. Okay, then from tool node to again it will go to the call model. So that is why we are getting this kind of a loop here. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Now just compile it. I can create a graph. So here I can use builder.compile and this will compile the graph, but I am getting some error, right? Found edge starting the tools. Okay, here it is tool, here it is tools, right? And what we are passing here, the condition is tools. So I should mention it as a tools. Let me make it tools, and again I am executing it. So the execution is completed. Now start triggering our MCP server. I can say response 1. Here I can call graph dot asynchronously I can invoke. Okay, so now I hope this is clear by now. Here I can pass the messages. So what is my message? I can say my role, I am a user role, I am a user, and I can pass the content as, what is my content? I can say what is 3 plus 5 into 12. Let me execute it. So this automatically will call the math server. Let me check the response. So here we can see the last AI message can be seen. The result of 3 plus 5 into 12 is 96. Hopefully that is correct. Okay. Now I can try out another thing. So let me copy this and paste it here. I can ask another question. Okay, my question is what is the weather in NYC? Can pass and can mention this is a 2. Let me execute it. So execution is completed. Here I can use response 2 can be print here. Here we can see the weather in NYC is always sunny, right? So we are successfully able to trigger different MCP servers using the particular adapters, and here the notable thing is we are using the LangGraph workflows. So that is all about in this video. I hope it is clear. I believe that this is also very clear. So if you have any questions, please add in the comment box. I will try to answer that. So please do like and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye.